Hi, everybody. Welcome back. And we have the Browns of the Red Sox here today for you, May 25th, 1949. Red Sox, of course, 21-12. The Browns at 15-19. And it's Ellis Kinder out there to face Stan Spence. And I think the Stan Spence experience won't last long, though he hits a home run there on that first pitch. Maybe I was wrong about that one. It's hit high in the air to deep right center field is where it was at. That's a long way to hit the baseball. And DiMaggio and Zarilla had nothing to do but just look up at that one. And Spence has 2 home runs so far this season. You might be wondering why he's leading off. It's because of that incredible slugging percentage, that good OPS, hitting 182 now. So that's like who? That's like Joey Gallo. Dick Coco's up there, takes 2 quick balls, 2-0 the count, and there's a slider at the belt for a strike, 2-1. That's outside, 3-1 on Coco's. A little ground ball towards the hole. Stevens has it on to first, 1 away. Here's Jerry Pretty, and he takes a strike. So 1-0 Browns already. 1-1 now the count on Pretty, and that's strike in the outside edge, 1-2. 1-0 already. This game just barely started. That's fouled away. It's still 1-2 here on Jerry. And the next pitch in there is high and inside, 2-2 on Pretty. There's a little line shot in front of DiMaggio for a base hit, and that'll bring up Les Moss. Kinder, 3-3 this season, 4.10 ERA, and that's a comebacker straight to Kinder. He flips around, goes to Bobby Doerr for 1, and on to Goodman at first for the double play. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Bill Kennedy leads pitches here, for the Browns up against Ted Williams. Throws a ball to him. Bill Kennedy, 2.45 ERA, 1-0. Getting kind of a rare start. 3 straight balls now on Ted, and there's a grounder wide at first through the hole, base hit. So Williams swinging, interestingly enough, on 3-0, gets the base hit. That'll bring up Vern Stevens, runner on at first. 9 home runs for Stevens so far. He takes a ball. That's off the plate, 2-0 the count, and that's fouled away. It's 2-1 here on Vern. It's popped up behind short, and it's actually Severs, the left fielder, who grabs that for the out, 1 away. Here is Dom DiMaggio, who takes the ball. DiMaggio hitting 360, and he hits a ground ball over to Pellegrini at short, flips it to Pretty for 1, on to first, and Dom is just able to beat that out, and that'll bring up Billy Goodman. So Goodman up there takes the strike, hitting an even 400. Another strike on him. It's 0-2. That's high, 1-2 on Billy. Low and inside, 2-2 the count, and that's Low up there, skips up there, full count. And there's strike 3 in there to Billy Goodman. So we go to the top of the second inning. It'll be Jack Graham here for the Browns, who takes the ball inside. There's one drilled over there to Goodman. He knocks it down, flips over to Kinder, covering the bag, 1 away. Here comes Bob Dillinger. 3-3 is all for Kinder as he throws a strike there to Dillinger, and another strike, swing and a miss on that one. 3-3 the record. 4.03 ERA is not that bad. There's a ball 1-2 now on Dillinger. And there's a little ground ball over to Pesky. It was a problem, but Dillinger, bad jump out of the box, and so Pesky gets him at first, 2 away. Here's Roy Severs, and that's high for a ball, 1-0. That's low, 2-0 now on Roy. And that's hit back to the pitcher, Kinder. He fields that one, then drops it, and that will be an error on him. Severs goes on to first. And here is Eddie Pellegrini hitting 224. No power, not getting on base, not walking. 1-2 is the count now on Eddie. And Pellegrini was swinging very late on that one. That's a backdoor breaking ball for strike 3. And here comes Al Zarilla. Zarilla takes the ball, hitting a good 400, and then hits one to the left side foul. 1-1 the count now on Al. That pitch inside misses. It's 2-1, and that's just wide. 3-1 on Zarilla. Ground ball over to Pretty. He fields it, throws over to first for the out, 1 away. Johnny Pesky up there now. Takes a strike. It's 0-1. And that's swung on a missed. 0-2 the count on Johnny. That's inside for a ball, 1-2. And that is on the outside corner. Pesky just stands there looking at that one. 2 away. Here's Bertie Tebbets, and he takes a ball high, 1-0. That's in the dirt. 2-0 now on Tebbets as he did not swing, and that's inside. 3-0 the count. He'll take this one, and that's outside. And so he takes the stroll to first. That's the first walk given up by Bill Kennedy, number 6 given up by him this season. That brings up Bobby Doerr, who takes a strike. 0-1 the count on Doerr. That's fouled off the hand. It's 0-2, and that's a little foul ball back to the screen. 0-2 still. That's inside, fouled away again. 0-2 remains. That's high. 1-2 the count now. Bobby Doerr. Throw to first. Nothing happening. And there's ball 2 that just misses. So 2-2 the count now on Bobby. And he hesitated, and he ends up hitting that one over to second base. Pretty has it. Throws to first for the out. We go to the top of the third. Bill Kennedy, the pitcher, first thing he does, first pitch he sees, he lines that one up through the middle for a base hit to center. That'll bring up Stan Spence. Spence had the home run last time, hitting only 182 with a 727 slugging percentage, and he takes a strike. That's hit down the left field line, and that one is not quite deep enough. Williams grabs that for the out, 1 away. Here's Dick Cocos. Cocos takes a strike, 0-1. Swung on a missed, 0-2 on Dick, and that's low. 1-2, now the count. Chopped over to short. Pesky, actually a third baseman, has that. Throws to first for the out. Kennedy moves up to second. 2 away. Here's Jerry Pretty. Pretty hitting .317. Takes the ball. .542 the slugging percentage. There's a strike to him. 1-1 the count. And that's inside for a ball. 2-1. And as he's jammed with that one, fouls that back to the screen. 2-2. And that one's outside. Full count. And that's hit deep to left center field. Williams runs after that one and makes a great catch. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Here's Ellis Kinder. Kinder, of course, hitting not much of anything at all. 2-0 is the count on him. 3-0. And he'll take this one for a strike. 3-1 now the count. And that swung on a missed. It's a full count now on Ellis Kinder. And that's off the plate. So Ellis Kinder manages to draw the walk, and that brings up Ted Williams again. Williams hitting .373, has been hitting better as the year's gone on. I won't even talk about the on-base percentage, the slugging percentage, because he's Superman. 2-1 is the count now on Ted. That's way too outside, 3-1. And he reaches for that one, lifts it foul. Full count now on Williams, and that's outside for ball 4. And so that puts runners on at first and second. Here's Vern Stevens, who takes a strike, 0-1. There's a ground ball over to Pellegrini. He goes over to, let's see, he goes to the bag himself and then throws over to first for the double play. Kinder moves over to third base, but there are 2 outs, and here's Dom DiMaggio. 1-run game, close game. DiMaggio looks at a strike, 0-1 the count. That's a foul chip. It's 0-2 on Dom, and there's a ball high, 1-2 the count. That's low, 2-2. And there's strike 3 called on the black, and we go to the top of the fourth inning. Here is Les Moss. Lines 1 just foul, 0-1 the count on Moss. That's low, 1-1. And there's strike 2 off speed, 1-2, and he's tied up on that third one. That's strike 3 on him, and he's a goner. Up comes Jack Graham. So 2 strikeouts for Kinder. 1-1 the count now on Jack Graham, and that's low. It's 2-1. Let's hit over to the right side and through for a base hit number 4 for the Browns, and that brings up Bob Dillinger. That's a ball in the dirt to Dillinger, and that is inside, and that jams him, but no swing, 2-0. That's outside, tight, inside, 3-0, and there's a strike finally, 3-1. Little nubber foul, full count now on Dillinger. And he swings and misses and strikes out. Graham was running on that one, and he gets thrown out of second base trying to steal. So the hit and run with a full count on the hitter ends up backfiring. It's a double play, and here comes Billy Goodman in the bottom of the fourth, and he fouls the first pitch off. The only hit for Boston so far came from Ted Williams, as there's a ball, and then a ground ball to Pellegrini, throws to first, 1 gone. Alzarilla takes the ball high, and that's foul back, 1-1. Zarilla now hitting .381, and that's too low, 2-1. And that's outside, 3-1 the count. And there's a foul ball, full count now on Zarilla. And there's a bouncer again to short. Pellegrini goes to first, 2 away. Johnny Pesky now takes the ball high. And there's a strike, 1-1. And there's another strike, good framing job by Moss. And then there's a ground ball again to Pellegrini, goes to first. And we go to the top of the fifth. Roy Sievers it is for the Browns, who takes the ball. And there's a strike in there, 1-1. And that's hit over to left center field. And that is over the wall. That is beyond the reach of DiMaggio for a home run for Roy Sievers. That makes this the 2-0 ball game. That is the third home run of the season for Roy. And here's Eddie Pellegrini. So the Red Sox having some problems here. It's a ball to Eddie, and then a strike as he got a cut on that one. 1-1. That's fouled away. 1-2. Foul tip, can't hold on. Still 1-2. It's a grounder to the left side and through, and that'll bring up Bill Kennedy. So Pellegrini on first. Pellegrini goes to bunt, takes the bat back, 1-0, as that was a ball. That one's bunted foul down the first base line, and there's one down the third base line, 1-2. And no chance there for Kennedy as he strikes out. 1 away, and here's Stan Spence, who did have a home run earlier. Runner on at first base still. 1-1 on Spence. Ground ball to first, and Goodman has that, goes to the bag himself. Pellegrini moves to second. 2 gone. Dick Coco's up there now, and he takes a strike. And there's one off the play, 1-1. That's at the knees for a strike, 1-2, and there's a ground ball over to second. Dewar has it, plenty of time, throws over to first base, and that one gets by Goodman, and Cocos goes over to second. That allows this runner to score. It's a 3-0 game in favor of the Browns, and here is Jerry Pretty, who fouls one back, 0-1. High strike, 0-2, and that's inside. He gets out of the way, 1-2, and that's wide, 2-2. There's a little inside-out action, and there's a line drive over to center field for a base hit. Cocos going around to score. Here comes DiMaggio's throw, and it's airmailed over the head of the catcher. It's now a 4-0 game, and here's Les Moss. The Red Sox starting to fall apart here. Kinder throws a strike and then a ball, 1-1. It's hit over to DiMaggio in center. He has it for the out. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Bertie Tebbets comes up, and he takes a strike. and that's lined, fouled on the third base line, just foul. And there's one off the black, 1 and 2. Tebbets hits a fly ball over to Sievers in left field for the first out. Here's Bobby Dewar, who takes the ball. And another ball high, 2-0. And that's in the outside corner for a strike that painted the black, 2-1. And that's one that catches the outside corner for another called strike. And there's a pop-up then to Pellegrini at short. 2 gone. Here's Ellis Kinder. And Kinder takes a strike in there. Fouls one back. 0-2. Popped up, out of play. 0-2 still. And there's a swing and a miss on that one. And we go to the top of the 6th inning. Here comes Jack Graham for the Browns. Kinder's still staying in there. Graham 1-2 today. And I see what happened here. So this was a ground ball over to Pesky. Pesky throws over to first base, and his throw over to first base is high. He gets stuck in the tarp. So that allows Graham to go over to second on the air on Johnny Pesky. The Red Sox really not having a good time of it at all here today. So Graham ends up over at second base and is the runner down there with nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. That will bring up Dillinger. Bob Dillinger so far today is 0 for 2. This is not looking so good for the Red Sox, who have committed 4 errors in this ball game. There's a strike in there to Dillinger and another strike, 0-2 now the count. That's inside, 1-2. That's fouled away. And that's low, 2-2. Next pitch in there, and there's a curve, and boy, Dillinger does a good job holding back on that one, hits into right field for a base hit. Graham goes over to third, and here is Roy Sievers. Kinder has given up 8 hits so far today. He has struck out 4, hasn't walked anybody. 1-1 now. Hasn't thrown that many pitches. There's a fly ball to left center field. Williams has has the catch, and here comes Graham to score. The throw does go home, and he's thrown out of the play. Good throw by Ted Williams, who seems to be the only Red Sox trying today. And so there's 2 away now after that double play. Good catch by Williams and good throw. Pellegrini now takes a strike and then hits a ground ball over to Bobby Dewar, flips over to Vern Stevens, covering the bag at second. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And here is Ted Williams, and he hits one deep to center field. Spence has it for the out, 1 away. Vern Stevens takes a strike. And there's a ground ball over to Pretty. The second baseman throws to first, 2 away. Dom DiMaggio now takes the ball. Shot up the middle, and there's a base hit for DiMaggio. Finally, the Red Sox have their second hit, and that brings up Billy Goodman, who takes the ball. A little ground ball up the middle. Pretty has that, flips over to Pellegrini. Too late. Everybody's safe. Runners now on first and second, and there's a ball low. Pop-up, shallow center field. Spence has that for the out, and we go to the top of the 7th. Still 4-0 Browns. St. Louis comfortably in control of this one. 1-1 now on Kennedy. There's a strike to him, 1-2. I know in baseball, and he swings and misses for that one and strikes out again. Strikeout number 5 for Kinder. I know in baseball, any given day, anything can happen, but this has not been a great performance by the Red Sox. Spence hits the first pitch he sees over to Vern Stevens, who throws to first, 2 away. Dick Kokos up there, takes the ball, and a ball low. There's a ball inside, 3-0 now, and there's a strike, 3-1, and that's low and outside, and Kinder has given up his first walk, and that brings up Jerry Pretty. Pretty is 2 for 3 today with a run batted in. Fouls 1 away, and there's a ball outside, 1-1. Ground ball to the right side, that's a base hit, and Kokos makes it to third easily. That brings up Les Moss. Here comes Moss, hits one over to the right side. That's going to be another base hit that will score the run, and runners still on first and third. I'm going to take a quick look and see where we are in the lineup. I think we're going to have to do wrong team. We're going to have to do something here. So this we're going to put in, I think, Earl Johnson is going to be the new pitcher. We'll just go ahead and put him here in the number 9 spot, and we'll worry about him when it becomes his turn to bat. Earl Johnson comes up there, 7.71 ERA, 0-1. Not a great performance there by Kinder. Gave up 10 runs, 5 hits, and 2 extra runners. So, 5 runs, 10 hits, 2 extra base runners. And Graham hits one over to center field. That is deep. DiMaggio runs back and grabs that one just in the nick of time, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. Here's Johnny Pesky, down 5-0, and hasn't hit anything at all today. 2-0 on Pesky. And that's high, 3-0. Popped up, out of play, 3-1. And that's in tight, and that'll be a walk for Pesky. So walk number 4 by Kennedy. And there's a ball in there to Tebbets. The question is, do we try to steal? Might as well. That's away for a ball, 2-0, runner's delight. And there's a strike, 2-1. And there's strike 2. So Pesky not able to get the jump at all. 2-2. It's fouled away, out of play. 2-2 now on Tebbets, and that's fouled away again. And there's one fouled away once again, still 2-2. That's hit over to left center field. Spence has that for the out, 1 away. Bobby Dewar up there now takes a ball tight. And that's fouled away, 1-1. Ground ball over to Dillinger at third, goes over to Pretty at second for 1, and back on to first for the double play. And we go to the top of the 8th inning. Here's Bob Dillinger. I think that I just accidentally had the Red Sox. No, I didn't. Johnson's due up first next inning. Gotcha. Dillinger with a 1-1 count on him. Hits one over to left field for another base hit. That's hit number 11 for the Browns. And here's Roy Sievers, who takes the ball. And there's a pop-up right field line, and Zarilla can't get to that one as he dives. It just can't quite get to it. What we have here, Sievers was trying for second base, and he ends up being thrown out by Zarilla, who recovers in time. So that goes Zarilla to Stevens, the play at second. There's another rare one for you. And we've had a couple of rare plays here. So you don't see all of these every single day, and I would tell you that most games, including some of the games you would consider to be most famous, I'm talking about Action PC Baseball, I'm talking about Out of the Park and stuff like that, you're probably not going to see a whole bunch of plays like this where, the batter ends up being thrown out by the right fielder trying to stretch the single into a double, with another runner on base and stuff like that. So a couple interesting things to look at in Diamond Mine Baseball. Pellegrini now takes a strike. Ground ball left side, that's another base hit. That'll score another run. Bill Kennedy now. Runner on at first, 6-0. Kennedy bunts, and that's a bunt back to Johnson, who doesn't know what to do for a second. Finally flips it underhand over to Dewar at first, covering at first for the out. Pellegrini was already at second. There was no play at him. Here's Stan Spence, who takes a ball and another ball. 2-0. Ground ball left side, Stevens goes to first, and that does it for the 8th inning. But it's a 6-0 game now, and here comes the pitcher's spot. And it, again, of course, will be our good old friend Matt Batts, who will come in to pinch hit because he's Matt Batts, hitting 156, and I don't even pay attention to that. He takes a ball, and that's high and inside, 2-0. There's a strike to him, 2-1. Has popped up foul, out of play, 2-2 on Matt. Fouled away again, and fouled away. And there's a swing and a miss. That pitch was low. Bats, no good back control on that one. Ted Williams is up now, 1 for 2 today. 1-1 is the count. And there's strike 2 that goes by him, 1-2. And there's a ball low, 2-2. And swings and misses at that one. You don't see Williams strike out that much. Bill Kennedy really has a lot of fire today. Vern Stevens takes a ball, and that's fouled back, 1-1. And as they say, there's the Fred Flintstone Yuckadoo hack. Boy, that's a little bit of pop culture trivia there for you. So there's another little bit of special play-by-play. This is one I don't think that many games will try to emulate. That's another one that you don't see so often. Stevens with the 1-2 count hits a fly ball over to center. Spence has it for the out. And who do we put in? Probably Frank Quinn. We'll go ahead and put you in, Frank. Have you go ahead and pitch your heart out here atop the 9th. Dick Kokos, first batter, takes the ball. Quinn, 8.2 innings pitched, or 8 2/3. 2-0 is his record. 4 walks and 2 strikeouts. 2-1 the count. And it's a foul ball. It's 2-2. That's inside. Full count now. Giving up 6 hits. Pop-up foul. And there's a little squibber over to Dewar at second to first for the out, 1 away. Jerry Pretty takes the ball. And that's over first base, and fair ball. Goodman, though, able to get to that one, goes to the bag himself for the second out. Here's Les Moss, and that's a ball high. That's up the middle. Stevens has it on to first for the play, and we go to the bottom of the 9th. It'll be Dom DiMaggio, who's 1 for 3 today. One of the 3 Red Sox hits belongs to DiMaggio, 2-0. And he lines that one over to center field, and that's a great play out there by Spence, who dives and is able to hold on to the ball. And there's a web gem for you. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Red Sox, I hate to say it, but they are fading pretty quickly. 1 out, bottom of the 9th, and up next, Billy Goodman. Goodman also 1 for 3, one of the 3 hits. Fouls one off, 0-1. And fouls another one off, 0-2. Gets a new bat, takes the ball low. And that's not close, 2-2. And that's hit deep to center. Spence has that for the out, 2 away. Zarilla now. He looks at 1 high, 1-0. That misses, it's 2-0. Over 130 pitches there for Bill Kennedy as there's a strike, 2-1. That's popped up, out of play, 2-2 on Zarilla. and he swung it on and missed that one for strike 3. So Bill Kennedy goes to 2-0 this season, still a 1.65 ERA. He gives up only 3 hits in this, a masterful shutout over the Boston Red Sox, who have been in contention for the American League pennant. Sure hope that you've enjoyed this one. This has been a wild game and is definitely not how I expected this to come out. Browns win this one 6-0, and I'll talk with you again tomorrow with another one of these games. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.